Imagine you wanted your program to greet 100 different people. Would you really create 100 different functions? That sounds like a lot of unnecessary work. Luckily, programmers have much more smarter solution called parameters. Let's build it together. In previous video, we learned that function is simply a reusable block of code. We define it once and call it whenever we need it. But there was one problem. Every time we called the function, it always did exactly the same thing. Today, we are going to change that. Let's see how this works in Scratch. So for that, let's click Make a Block. Here, I'm going to use the first option, add an input number or text. As we are going to add the parameters, it's really important to use this one option. And the parameter that we are going to give is name. So we are going to greet 3 different people with the same message. So here, let's write that message saying hello. And as I want to join the name of the person with hello text, so let's write here hello space followed by name. So you just need to click on this name block and just drag it, you'll get the block out of it. Now I want to use this for all 3 different people. So for that, let's go to events and use this green flag click, call the function. As I call the function, I will make sure I pass the value. Instead of name, I'm going to give Alex. The first parameter, then the second value is going to be Emma, and the third one is going to be Liam. Here we go, let's hit run. So the same message is being sent to 3 different people. I hope you noticed this, right? We only created one function, but it greeted 3 different people. That's because every time we called the function, we gave it a different name. Let's make it more interesting by moving this cat. So I'm going to remove this definition first, then only this particular define block will be removed. So let's create one more, and here I'm going to pass the number this time. I gave text in the previous one, so I'm going to use this one here. And I'm going to say move sprite. And here, instead of name this time, I'm going to do the distance. And here, now I just want simply this cat to move and say something. So let's try that. So I'm going to say move 10 steps. It's up to me which value I want to pass. So I'm going to use this distance block instead of 10. And also I want to say something like moving. Okay, and now it's time to call the function. So let's click on my block, move sprite. I want to pass steps 20 in the starting. You can also see, if you want to see a little bit of difference, you can use the wait block, and then let's set it to 0.5 so that it is not continuous. It's taking a break after a while, after moving. So let's say 50. So in the first it's taking 20, then it is taking 50, moving. So you'll see moving. Same function, different distances. That's the power of parameters. Now let's see the same concept in Python and see how exactly we can do the same thing. So let's go for Python, and here to define a function we use def keyword, and then I'm going to say greet followed by the name inside the bracket, and here let's print hello. As it is a parameter, so you can attach it. You don't need any join text over here. It will work automatically. So let's say greet. I'm going to use the comment here saying call, and let's write here greet, and make sure you are using the quotation marks because Alex or anything that is made up of text is a string. So it needs to be used in quotation marks. Emma and greet Alex, Emma and Liam. So let's hit run and see the difference. So yeah, it works perfectly fine over here. We didn't create 3 different functions again. We created only one function over here, and we simply passed 3 different values to the same function, and then we got our output. Let's quickly create a mini project where we will create a pet greeting generator. So we will ask the user to enter the name of their pet. So how we can do that? Let's go ahead and try that. So I'm going to create the function. Let's name it as, again, I'm going to use it as greet, and here I'm going to take the name, but this time it will be a little bit different. I am going to take the input from the user. I'm not going to call the function and then pass the value there. So here I am simply going to use the say block, of course, and we will be using the join block. And here, hello followed by the name. Okay, here comes the interesting part. Let's go to events. Now here, if you remember, you can use the sensing ask block first. Enter your pet's name. So we will take the input. Now you know that ask block already has its own block which stores the value entered by the user. So we're going to use this one. Now the interesting part is where we are going to use it. We will call the function and we will simply attach it over here. Now let's hit run and see how it goes. So you can see enter your pet's name. So my pet's name is Zoro. Press enter. Hello Zoro. So it is actually taking the input and giving you the output. Interesting, right? Now what if there is another user who wants to use it? So in that case, you can again rerun and enter the pet's name and it will work again for the different pet name. Let's say Tommy. Hello Tommy. So it works. One function, again, two different pets. Now let's quickly try this on the Python. So here I'm going to take an input. Now to take an input, we need create the variable. Let's say pet name. And here I'm going to use the input function name. If you want the space, it's better to use it like this. And all you have to do is use greet and call the pet name variable. Now, and here we go. Let's hit run. So it is going to ask me input. Again, I'm going to type Zoro. Hello Zoro. If you rerun it again for another pet's name, I'm going to use Tommy. Press enter and hello Tommy. Notice that we never changed the function itself, we only changed the value we passed into it. Now it's your turn. Create your own function with one parameter. It could greet your friends, welcome your favorite superhero, or even introduce your pet. Try calling your function at least 3 different times using different values. I hope this video is helpful for you to understand what parameters are and how they help function to be more visible. Subscribe to this channel because I'm going to bring the series of projects which can be created in Scratch as well as in Python. Make sure to comment and like the video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.